fan fiction/fictional episode-style story. The morning sun rose over Genoa City, but there was nothing peaceful about the day ahead. Behind the polished doors of the Newman estate, the Abbott mansion, and the offices that controlled the city's most powerful companies, secrets were moving faster than anyone could imagine. Someone had lied. Someone had been betrayed. And before the day was over, one shocking revelation would force several families to question everything they thought they knew. The episode opened at Newman Enterprises. Victor Newman stood alone in his office, staring through the windows at Genoa City. His expression was unusually serious. A phone sat on the desk in front of him. Victor picked it up, checked the screen, and frowned. The message was still there. "You don't know the truth about Ava." Victor had received the message late the previous night. He had ignored it at first. Victor Newman did not scare easily. But there was something about this message that bothered him. He had spent years dealing with enemies, blackmailers, corporate rivals, and people who wanted revenge. Yet this felt different. Someone wasn't asking him for money. Someone wasn't threatening to destroy Newman Enterprises. They were warning him. The office door opened. Nicky Newman stepped inside. "Victor?" Victor immediately locked his phone. Nicky noticed. "What are you hiding?" Victor looked at her. "Nothing." Nicky smiled slightly. "You're a terrible liar when you're worried." Victor walked toward her. "I have everything under control." "That isn't an answer." Victor hesitated. Then Nicky saw the tension in his eyes. "Victor, what happened?" Before he could respond, his phone rang. Victor looked at the screen. Unknown number. He answered. "Newman." A distorted voice spoke. "You should have listened to the message." Victor's expression hardened. "Who is this?" "You're looking in the wrong direction." "What does that mean?" "It means Ava isn't the only secret you've been protecting." The call ended. Nicky stared at Victor. "What did they say?" Victor slowly lowered the phone. "They know about Ava." Nicky's face changed. "Is Ava alive?" Victor didn't answer. That silence said everything. At Crimson Lights. Meanwhile, Sally Spectra sat at a table with Adam Newman. She had barely touched her coffee. Adam noticed. "You've been staring at that cup for 5 minutes." Sally looked up. "I didn't sleep." "Why?" Sally hesitated. "Because I keep thinking about the letter." Adam's expression immediately became serious. "The one Ava supposedly sent?" Sally nodded. "Someone wants us to believe Ava is alive." Adam leaned forward. "Do you believe it?" "I don't know." "That isn't like you." Sally looked toward the window. "I've learned something in Genoa City. When everyone tells you something is impossible, that's usually when you should start asking questions." Adam gave her a faint smile. "That's one of the reasons I trust you." Sally looked at him. "Adam, what?" There was something strange about the letter. Adam waited. The handwriting looked like Ava's. But the paper was new. Adam frowned. And the ink was fresh. Adam's eyes narrowed. So someone copied her handwriting. Exactly. Suddenly, Adam's phone buzzed. He looked at the screen. His expression changed. "What?" Sally leaned toward him. Adam showed her the message. "Stop searching for Ava." Sally's heart began pounding. "Adam!" He stood. "I'm not stopping." At the Abbott mansion, Jack Abbott was preparing breakfast when Tracy entered the room. "You're up early." Jack looked over. "Couldn't sleep." "That's becoming a family tradition." Jack smiled, but Tracy immediately noticed his distracted expression. "What happened?" Jack poured coffee. "I've been thinking about Diane." Tracy's smile disappeared. "Still? Something doesn't make sense." "What?" Jack looked toward the staircase. "The night Diane disappeared." Tracy sat down. "You think she was taken?" "I don't know." "You've been through every possibility." "Not every possibility." Tracy looked at him. "What haven't you considered?" Jack lowered his voice. "That Diane left willingly." Tracy stared at him. You think she abandoned everyone? I think someone may have convinced her that staying was more dangerous. Before Tracy could answer, the front door opened. Diane walked in. Both siblings froze. Diane looked exhausted. Jack. Jack couldn't move. Diane? She nodded. Tracy immediately stood. Where have you been? Diane looked at both of them. I can't explain everything. Jack walked toward her. You've been gone for days. I know. People were terrified. I know. Then tell us what happened. Diane's eyes filled with tears. I wasn't kidnapped. Jack stared at her. Then what? Diane whispered. I was hiding. From whom? Diane looked toward the window. Patty. Tracy's face went pale. Patty is back? Diane nodded. And she isn't working alone. Nikki's discovery. Back at Newman Enterprises, Nikki was reviewing documents when she found something strange. A payment had been made from a Newman-related account. The amount wasn't enormous, but the recipient was unfamiliar. Nikki called Victor. Victor, we need to talk. What's wrong? I found a payment. What payment? To a medical facility outside Genoa City. Victor went silent. Nikki continued. The payment was made 3 weeks ago. Victor's voice became colder. Are you sure? I checked it twice. What's the name? Nikki looked at the document. Markham Medical Center. Victor's face changed. Don't touch anything. Victor, I said don't touch anything. The call ended. Nikki stared at the phone. She knew Victor, and she knew one thing for certain. He was hiding something. Victoria confronts. Adam Victoria Newman entered Newman Enterprises without warning. Adam was standing outside Victor's office. She stopped. You. Adam looked at her. Good morning to you too. Where's Dad? Inside. Victoria stepped closer. I know you're investigating Ava. Adam's expression remained calm. You've been talking to people you shouldn't. I'm trying to find the truth. So am I. Victoria shook her head. This isn't about Ava anymore. Adam frowned. What does that mean? Someone is manipulating our family. Adam looked at her carefully. Who? I don't know. Then why are you here? Victoria took a breath. Because I found something. She handed him a photograph. Adam looked at it. The picture showed Victor standing outside a medical facility, and beside him was a woman whose face was partially hidden. Adam looked up. When was this taken? 3 weeks ago. Adam's expression hardened. That's the same week the payment was made, Victoria nodded. And the woman? I don't know. Adam stared at the photograph. I think I do. Victoria's eyes widened. Who? Adam whispered. Ava. The mystery deepens. Sally was waiting in Adam's office when he returned. What happened? Adam placed the photograph on the desk. Sally picked it up. Her eyes widened. That's her. You're sure? I'm almost sure. Adam looked at Victoria. We need to find out what happened at that medical center. Victoria nodded, but before they could move, Victor entered. His eyes immediately landed on the photograph. Everyone became silent. Victor slowly closed the door. You've been investigating. Adam didn't deny it. Yes. Victor looked at Victoria. Both of you? Victoria crossed her arms. We deserve answers. Victor looked at Sally. And you? Sally stepped forward. I received Ava's letter. Victor's expression darkened. Give it to me. No. Victor stared at her. Excuse me? I said no. Adam stepped between them. Dad, enough. Victor's eyes narrowed. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Adam answered. Then tell us. Victor remained silent. Finally, he said, Ava is alive. Everyone froze. Sally covered her mouth. Victoria stared at Victor. Adam looked stunned. You knew? Victor nodded. For a short time. Why didn't you tell anyone? Because she asked me not to. Adam shook his head. Why? Victor looked toward the window. Because someone was trying to kill her. Diane's warning. At the Abbott mansion, Diane finally sat down. Jack poured her water. Tracy remained nearby. Start from the beginning, Jack said. Diane took a breath. Patty contacted me. When? Before I disappeared. Jack frowned. She threatened you? No, she offered me information. About what? Diane looked at Jack. About you. Jack's face hardened. What did she know? She said someone inside the Abbott family was betraying you. Tracy stepped forward. Who? Diane shook her head. I don't know. Jack looked frustrated. You disappeared because of that? I thought I was protecting you. You should have told me. I was afraid. Diane's voice cracked. Not for myself. Jack softened. Diane, she continued. Patty told me that someone had access to private Abbott communications. Tracy suddenly remembered something. Jack. He turned. What? I received an anonymous email last month. What did it say? Tracy pulled out her phone. It said, Ask Jack what happened in Genoa City before Diane came home. Jack's face went pale. Diane stared at him. What does that mean? Jack had no answer. Ava's secret. Meanwhile, somewhere outside Genoa City, Ava sat inside a quiet room. She looked through a window. A doctor entered. You need to rest. I can't. You've been through a lot. Ava looked at him. Victor promised me. Promised you what? That he'd keep my family safe. The doctor sighed. And now? Now I think someone has discovered where I am. The doctor placed a file on the table. There was another call. Ava opened it. Her face changed. Who? We don't know. Ava looked terrified. Then she whispered, Tell Victor I'm leaving. The doctor shook his head. You can't. I have to. You're not ready. Ava stood. I've been hiding long enough. Nikki confronts. Victor Nikki returned home and waited. Victor eventually arrived. She was standing in the living room. We need to talk. Victor removed his coat. I know. Is Ava alive? Victor nodded. Yes. Where is she? I can't tell you. Nikki stared at him. You trusted me enough to tell me she was alive, but not enough to tell me where she is? It's for your protection. Nikki shook her head. No, it's because you're still playing chess while everyone else is trying to survive. Victor's expression hardened. I know what I'm doing. You always say that. Nikki. No. She stepped closer. I've spent my entire life watching you protect people by keeping them in the dark. Victor said nothing. Nikki's eyes filled with tears. If Ava is alive, she deserves help. She has help. From whom? Victor hesitated. Nikki noticed. Who is protecting her? Victor finally answered. Someone I thought I could trust. Nikki frowned. Who? Victor looked at her. Martin Laurent. Nikki froze. Martin? Victor nodded. But now I don't know if he's protecting Ava. He paused. Or holding her. Adam makes a dangerous choice. Adam returned to Crimson Lights. Sally immediately noticed something was wrong. What did Victor say? Adam sat down. Ava is alive. Sally stared at him. That's incredible. Not exactly. What? Victor doesn't know whether she's safe. Sally lowered her voice. What are you going to do? Adam looked toward the door. Find her. Adam, Victor said someone was trying to hurt her. I know. That means whoever is behind this could come after you. Adam smiled slightly. I've survived worse. Sally shook her head. This isn't a game. I know. She reached for his hand. Then don't do this alone. Adam looked at her. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Adam nodded. You're right. Sally smiled. Good. Adam's phone buzzed. A new message appeared. "If you want Ava, come alone." Adam's expression changed. Sally read the message. "No." Adam stood. "Sally, no. Whoever sent that message wants you isolated." Adam stared at the screen. "You're right." Then another message arrived. "Bring the Newman family secret." Adam looked at Sally. "What secret?" "I don't know." The Abbott betrayal. Jack gathered Tracy and Diane around the dining table. "I checked our security system," he said. There were 3 unauthorized access attempts. Tracy asked, "When?" "During Diane's disappearance." Diane looked frightened. "Someone was trying to get inside the house?" Jack nodded. "Not just the house." He placed another document on the table. "They accessed my personal files." Tracy frowned. "What were they looking for?" Jack looked at Diane. "Information about Patty." Diane whispered, "So Patty was telling the truth." "About what?" "She said someone was using my identity." Jack stared at her. "What?" Diane explained that someone had been sending messages under her name, messages that appeared to implicate her in several secret transactions. Jack immediately stood. "We need to contact the authorities." Diane shook her head. "Not yet." "Why?" "Because if we do, the person behind this will disappear." Jack looked at Tracy. Tracy understood. "We need to catch them first." A shocking face appears. That evening, Adam followed the anonymous instructions to an abandoned warehouse outside Genoa City. He entered alone. "Sally, stay in the car." She reluctantly agreed. Adam stepped inside. The warehouse was dark. A voice came from behind him. "You came." Adam turned. A woman stepped into the light. Adam froze. "Ava?" She nodded. Adam's eyes widened. "You're alive." Ava smiled sadly. "For now." Adam moved toward her. "Who is after you?" Ava looked around. "I don't know. You have to tell me." "I tried." "What happened?" Ava's eyes filled with tears. "I trusted the wrong person." Adam's expression changed. "Who?" Ava whispered. "Someone close to Victor." Before Adam could ask another question, a noise echoed outside. Ava grabbed his arm. "Someone is here." Adam turned toward the door. Footsteps approached. Ava whispered, "We have to go." Victor's worst fear. At the Newman estate, Victor received another call. "Newman." The same distorted voice spoke. "You failed." Victor stood. "Where is Ava?" "You should ask your son." Victor's eyes narrowed. "Adam?" "Your family is already inside the trap." The call ended. Victor immediately called Adam. No answer. Victor called again. Still nothing. Nikki entered. "What happened?" "Adam is missing." Nikki's face changed. "Victor." "I know." Victor grabbed his coat. "I'm going after him." Nikki stopped him. "You can't do this alone." Victor looked at her. "For once I agree." The chase Adam and Ava ran through the warehouse. Ava pointed toward a side exit. "This way." They reached the door. It was locked. Adam tried the handle. Nothing. Suddenly the lights came on. A figure stood across the warehouse. Adam recognized the person. "You?" Ava stepped backward. Adam stared in disbelief. The person smiled. "You really should have stayed out of this." Adam's voice was cold. "You've been manipulating everyone." The figure laughed. "That's what Genoa City does best." Ava whispered, "Why are you doing this?" The person looked at her. "Because you know what happened." "What happened?" "The truth about Victor." Adam frowned. "What truth?" The figure smiled. "You still don't understand." Then the warehouse doors opened. Victor entered. Behind him were Nikki and Victoria. The mysterious figure stepped backward. Victor shouted, "Enough!" For a moment, everyone stood frozen. Then the figure removed the disguise. Everyone gasped. It was someone nobody expected. The final revelation. Victoria stared. That's impossible. Nikki looked at Victor. You knew? Victor shook his head. No. Adam stepped forward. You've been behind all of this? The person smiled. I didn't start it. Then who did? A long silence followed. Finally, the person pointed toward Ava. She knows. Everyone turned toward Ava. Ava's face was pale. Victor stepped closer. Ava. She looked at him. I wanted to tell you. Tell me what? Ava took a breath. Your greatest secret isn't about me. Victor stared at her. Then what is it? Ava looked at Adam, then Victoria, then Nikki. It's about the Newman family. Adam stepped forward. What secret? Ava whispered. Someone changed the Newman family records years ago. Victor's face became completely still. Nikki gasped. What records? Birth records. Victoria stared at her. No. Ava continued. Someone wanted the family tree to look different. Adam looked at Victor. Dad? Victor shook his head. I don't know what she's talking about. Ava looked directly at him. You don't? She pulled a folded document from her bag. This proves it. Victor took the paper. His eyes scanned the page. His expression slowly changed. Nikki whispered, What does it say? Victor didn't answer. Adam stepped closer. Dad. Victor finally looked up, and the look in his eyes terrified everyone. This changes everything. The cliffhanger. The episode ended with Victor holding the mysterious document. Nikki stood beside him. Victoria looked stunned. Adam stared at Ava, and Ava watched Victor carefully. Nobody knew what the document contained. Nobody knew who had altered the records. And nobody knew whether the secret would destroy the Newman family or bring them closer together. Then Victor's phone rang. He answered. A familiar voice spoke. You finally found the truth. Victor's eyes widened. Who is this? The caller laughed. You'll remember me. Victor froze. The call ended. Nikki looked at him. Victor? He slowly lowered the phone. I know that voice. Adam asked, Whose? Victor stared into the distance. Then he whispered, Someone who was supposed to be dead. The camera cut to a dark room. A hand placed an old photograph on a table. The photograph showed Victor, Nikki, and a mysterious young man standing together decades earlier. A second photograph was placed beside it. On the back were 4 words, You forgot about me. The screen faded to black. To be continued. T.